Have you ever eaten a straight anchovy before? Remember that flavor, and then when you are trying fish sauce, if it doesn't taste like you're eating an anchovy, it's probably not fish sauce. Hi mga kabano, it's Chris here, and today I'm going to tell you a little bit about some of the leading fish sauces on the market today dito sa Pilipinas and help you guys at home choose which one is best for your cooking. Now, first a little bit about fish sauce. So how is it actually made? Now, fish sauce is actually the byproduct of fermented fish or shrimp paste. So when you make your bagoong, whether it's your bagoong alamang or your bagoong isda, you have like your baby shrimp or your baby fish. Then you brine those. So you're covering them in a salt water and letting them ferment. Now, as that fermentation is going on, the water, that becomes your fish sauce. And it's used very widely in Filipino cooking. It's got a very salty, fishy taste. It adds savoriness and saltiness to our cooking, and in the Philippines it's usually used as a sausawan or dipping sauce, and it's often served with calamansi. So you add your calamansi for sour citrus freshness, and you add your fish sauce for saltiness and savoriness, and you can kind of play around with those to get the flavor just how you'd like it. Now I have my 3 criteria for this that we use each time that I do a food or ingredients review. First is gaano kasarap yung itong sangkap. Second is what about the quality of ingredients going in there, because it could taste good but actually the quality of ingredients may not actually be there. It's all like chemicals and flavors and artificial or whatever. And the third one, of course, is it good value for money or not? Because let's face it, you know, everybody wants to get the best value for their peso that they can get. The taste test that we're doing today, this is a completely blind test, so I don't know which is which. They all look pretty similar, but I have no idea which of the brands that we're trying out today. So I'll give you my totally unbiased comments about this. Nobody's giving money for this, so I'm going to start with the one here on the left. Now they all look pretty similar in color. I think it's going to be hard pressed to find one that looks different. It's fish sauce after all. Now, as you probably guessed, you can definitely get a bit of fish sauce smell. I don't get a strong fish flavor. It actually just tastes more like concentrated salt water. The saltiness is coming from something else, possibly not the fish. I get a sense, if I were to look at the ingredients for this one, I'd probably find that fish was only a very small fraction of what's in there. That tastes almost more like soy sauce than fish sauce, to be honest. Not a big fan, but let's see what the other ones taste like. So number 2 here. So this one again smells salty, a little bit fishy. Again, not overly fishy though. And the color on these actually look a little bit light. Flavor is really concentrated in fish sauce. Like my face is involuntarily screwing up dahil yung salt. Probably a little bit more fishy, especially when you swallow it. There actually does seem to be more fishiness to it, and it lingers quite a lot more than the one here. And let me come to my third one now. This actually appears to be slightly lighter in color than the second one. Doesn't really smell like fish at all. And this almost has an aftertaste that's a bit ashy or chemically. I don't think there's a lot of fish in this one either. Possibly some MSG. So I preferred this one out of the 3. I think this was on a blind taste test. Objectively tasted the most fish and the most concentrated. I'm actually concerned that these 2 didn't contain as much fish flavor as I would expect to see it in a fish sauce. So let's go and find out which one was which, and we'll see if I'm right or not. Here's the grand reveals. I think when I was tasting them, I said I thought the taste was most robust and full and lingering on this one here, which turns out to be the Datu Puti Patis flavor. I know that it's Patis flavor as opposed to Patis, which is what I would hope it would be called. We have over here Lorins Patis flavor sauce as well. And then the third one is the Silver Swan Patis seasoning. So let me take it from a quality standpoint. The Lorins one, look, I really hate when I read that something's Patis flavor. I'm like, patis is fish sauce. When you have a patis flavored sauce, that's like saying the sauce is flavored with patis. I'm like, why don't you just use patis? Can I be completely honest? I've stopped buying Filipino fish sauce for this reason. Actually, the last time I bought a fish sauce in a store, it was the Thai product. I'm buying Thai fish sauce in the Philippines because I'm sick of encountering products that are patis flavor instead of being just patis. So when you're looking for a good patis, what should you look out for? Basically, the ingredients should be fish, salt, and water. If there's anything else in there, it's not really patis anymore. And if you look at a good imported fish sauce, that's typically what you'll find. Now, usually it's anchovies is the fish, so it'll just say anchovies or anchovy extract, like 70%, and then salt and water, and that's it. That's the only ingredient. So here we go at the Philippine one. Water, fermented fish extract, salt, some preservatives, caramel colors, potassium sorbate, I don't know what that is, MSG, and disodium inosinate. I mean, I don't think I need half of those things in in my body, especially the MSG. So let's make real fish sauce, guys. So this one goes for 9 pesos for this little sachet pack here. Slightly more expensive, 10 pesos a pack is Datu Puti. Now this one, similar ingredient list: water, fish extract, salt, preservatives, MSG, caramel colors, flavor enhancers. Now I said this one probably tasted the most powerful, but it's because there's basically some extra support there from the flavor enhancers and the MSG, and it probably has the most of those in there. Looks a little bit darker as well than the other two, maybe just a hint darker, but again, it appears to be coming not from the underlying fish sauce, but from the use of artificial colors in the product. So I'm not that keen on this one, having discovered yung ano mga sangkap dyan sa loob. For me, not a particularly high quality product. And I just don't understand why something like fish sauce, which is inherently salty and flavorful, requires additional artificial flavor. You're using the fish sauce for its intense flavor. The only reason to put MSG in is it's cheaper than using fish, right? So they all have some amount of fish in them, but I'm really worried how much fish extract is in here versus the other stuff in order for it to taste the way that it does. I'm not overly impressed. Okay, come to the third one, and this is the Silver Swan Patis seasoning. So this contains water, salt fish extract, iodized salt, and some benzoic acid as preservative. So generally speaking, I'm okay to have, if there's one chemical preservative agent in there. I think long shelf life is really important when it comes to food, and you want to be able to put it in your cupboard and for it to survive. What I do like about this is that it's basically the three things I said: water, fish extract, and salt. Those are the only ingredients, whereas the other two both have a number of other chemicals in there that who knows what they do. This one doesn't have any artificial colors in it, so that's actually probably why it's a bit lighter, and the taste was not as powerful as these two, but I think that's probably a good thing in the sense that it's not using chemical additives. I guess yung kulang dito naman na it tastes diluted, and I think that's why on a taste test it tastes to me a little bit more bland. I actually think this is the closest thing to real fish sauce out of the three, but I think they've watered it down, and if you look at the price of the Silver Swan, it's 6.50 a peso, so it's actually considerably cheaper than the other two. Out of the three, I would definitely award my Urbano's choice to the Silver Swan on the basis of the taste wasn't particularly powerful, but at least I feel like it's a more honest flavor, even though it tastes a little bit watered down. Yung maganda dito ay yung mga sangkap na walang sobrang dami mga dagdag ng mga chemical, at saka yung price point is quite a lot cheaper than the other two brands I tested today. Frankly, these two I wouldn't really buy. I mean, Patis flavor, and what the hell is that? Parang mind trick na lang na itong Patis. Hindi Patis to. Flavor lang to eh. I'm a little bit frustrated, to be honest, by the quality of fish sauce in the Philippines. I mean, this is a fish sauce producing country, so why on earth do I have to buy imported fish sauce from Thailand? But to give you an idea, this is a fish sauce I've bought in the Philippines before that's in my pantry, and why I bought it was the ingredients. It says very clearly on the back: water 40%, anchovy fish extract 29%, salt 28%, sugar 3%, and there are no other ingredients whatsoever. And then it says no artificial colors or preservatives, there's no MSG, and I'll just taste a little bit and give you an honest reaction on it. It just tastes like eating an anchovy. That is what fish sauce should taste like. Have you ever eaten a straight anchovy before? Remember that flavor, and then when you are trying fish sauce, if it doesn't taste like you're eating an anchovy, it's probably not fish sauce. Now, I don't want to sit here and say that the Philippines can't produce good patis, because it can. And so I have this bottle here, which just got like a sticky tape on it saying patis, not patis flavor. This is just like bought on the side of the road on the way to Batangas. So I do buy Philippine fish sauce, but it's like you got to go to the province and buy it from like some dude on the side of the road who's just making it the traditional way. And that also just tastes like anchovies, like super salty, super anchovy. I just don't know why any of the major food brands don't just put the real thing in a packet and sell it. I mean, how hard is it? Guys on the side of the road are doing it on the way to Batangas. You can too. I hope that was a helpful video for you guys today. I've gone through the different types of patis. Hope you've learned a little bit about it, and hopefully this helps you to buy better. You can see it's something I'm really passionate about, is good quality food. And subscribe to my channel. We talk a lot about how to eat better, cook better here in the Philippines. Visit the Maputing Cooking website, where you can actually check out all of my recipes, and you can check out our Facebook page as well, where this year we're doing a lot of giveaways, so you can win free stuff, good quality stuff. I'll see you guys next time. Been great having you. Bye now.